Welcome to the Divine Rising New Earth Holy Days Special.
Cheers!
I'm Anneka.
I'm Calista, and we are your hosts of Divine Rising New Earth, the show broadcasting the frequency of the new earth now.
And we're so excited to have a dynamic holiday special with you to just really make the most of the frequency available this season. No matter what holidays you celebrate, if any, there is extra magic in the air. You know, we're in the time of the winter solstice, and a time where a lot of people are connecting back to the things that matter to them most and believing in miracles and possibility. And so that enhances that energy that we can all tap into together.
Yes, 100%. I was telling Anneka, every Christmas I have like a little theme energy that comes to me, and this year I'm really vibing with the magic and the miracles of the holiday season, and so that is very aligned with our first segment.
Yes. No, I completely agree. Like, I really feel it this year, and I think that inspired what we want to share with you, which is a manifestation hack for this holiday. And it is the
Mystical, magical manifestation Christmas wish list.
To the universe, to God, to whatever you want to write this Christmas list to. If you're really activating your inner child, it could be to Santa.
It's like, those of you, even if you don't celebrate Christmas, you may have heard of the concept of writing a wish list to Santa Claus for your Christmas presents. And this is kind of taking that maybe nostalgic idea from childhood, and you make a wish list of gifts and blessings and miracles that you would love God or the universe to gift you this holiday season or in future.
And something that's so beautiful about this is that most of the time, if we declare what we desire and then there's little resistance in the way, it can be delivered very easily. And a huge hack is to tap into the parts of yourself that really would just believe and assume that something is going to come. So it's like this opportunity to tap into your inner child or the part of you that believes in magic and miracles, and just know, like, whatever I write down on this list, I'm going to get, because it's holy day season and the universe wants to deliver these miracles to me. So to have fun with it. When I imagine doing this, it's like not a manifestation list where you're like, I have all these things. Like, you're writing, I have this, I am this. It's like just a list. Like, this is the list of things I want. And it's like boom, 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 boom. So, you know, it could be and essentially anything. It could be something less physically tangible, like a relationship or embodying this certain aspect of yourself that you desire to. It could be for something so 3D and mundane, a new car, a new job, anything that you're desiring. Just like give yourself permission to want it and to ask for it and to put it down on this list and to assume that this higher miracle frequency wants to deliver it to you. It wants you to be able to enjoy the fulfillment of your own desires and to just let yourself have fun with it. I feel like I want to do it with like fun markers and decorate it and make it cute, and I'm probably gonna like paste it up on my wall so I can feel joy from it every time I see it and my subconscious can absorb it more. And you can make this your own. So please make it your own, whether you celebrate Christmas or a different holiday or any way that it feels fun to you. That's the frequency to tap into.
100%. The inspo I feel for this is like those Disney vintage concepts of when you wish upon a star, or a dream is a wish your heart makes. It's like tap into the magic of your imagination and when you were a child, and make these like magical, mystical, romantic wishes that just feel fun and like exciting. And I think another good inspo energy that I'm feeling for this is the song Santa Baby, where she's like, I want a yacht, and really that's not a lot. One thing that I really do need, the deed to a platinum mine and stuff like that. Like, think big and like just have fun. So I get like a sparkly energy too. I think maybe like glitter pens or like some glitter going on would be really cute. So I'm excited to.
Yes. Okay. So We hope you enjoy, and feel free to let us know what transpires for you. We'll maybe share an update in a few months. That'd be fun. We'll save them and share an update.
May all your Christmas wishes come true.
Yes, may the miracle frequency flood in and bring you all that your heart desires. Mwah. Hey, Calista, it's Anneka. I'm waiting for you to do our surprise segment. If you can give me a call back. We're about a freckle past a hair past when we originally decided to do this. So, okay, let me know. Thanks. Love you. Bye.
Oh, shoot. I'm running late. Be right there. Can't wait. As we kick off this next segment, I'd like to make a toast. Here's to you, the divine risers. Our listeners, we are so grateful. Thank you for tuning in, for supporting us, and we love you. So we hope all your holiday wishes come true. Cheers to you.
Blessings.
Cheers. Okay, so this is going to be a surprise segment in honor of all the fun surprises that are in store for us this holiday season and beyond. So I am going to put Anneka on the spot with a little prompt question that she will have to spontaneously formulate a response to, and vice versa. So maybe you want to ask, do you want to ask first or should I ask first?
You ask first.
Okay, so
mine's still coming.
My question for you is, share your intuitive prediction for how holiday traditions might evolve in 100 years.
Oh my God. Wow, that is a really good question.
2124. So Christmas 2124.
2124. Okay, this is amazing. This is really amazing. I think that in terms of holidays, 100 years from now, my mind goes in so many places. So I guess I'll just let you into my process as I process out loud, because part of me is so many people are honestly becoming born again Christians. So I'm at the same time as I'm I feel all the pagan holiday vibes will have a revival, and we'll be syncing up with the tune of the energy cycles that are kind of very inherent and natural and both earthly and cosmic, because a lot of the original pagan holidays kind of had to do with this, and then the religious holidays are kind of loosely based off it, but I think we're going to be tuning back into the original frequency. And there's a reason this time of year we kind of celebrate this portal of miracles, but we just put it under a very specific story. And so I think there will be a huge revival of still celebrating these energies, but in a more secular way. And by secular, I don't mean not spiritual, but aligned with the energies of Earth and the cosmos. And so that's kind of my vision. I hope that we still have these celebratory moments, these bookmarking places for us to gather and tune into the frequency of what's going on, but not have it be under the guise of a specific institution, school of thought, religion, but as one human celestial family, us celebrating the energy, the beautiful spectrum of energies in accordance to the solstices, the equinoxes, and I hope that we can still hold on to this frequency of celebration around these special days, because there are even also these quarter points in between the solstices and the equinoxes that I think have a lot of beautiful celebration to them. But then what I was saying in terms of the Christian, and a lot of people, I've noticed it's been kind of a theme that a lot of people have been becoming born again Christians, and so really still vibrating with that essence. So who's to know? But I would say the syncing of those natural cycles that I originally said. So very much celebrating the solstices, the equinoxes, and the quarter points as these holidays, and then also the cosmic alignments of the specific stargates that the Earth experiences in terms of, when we sync up with the constellation of Sirius around the 8-8 portal. I think we're going to, as we increase in our sensitivity energetically, and we begin to continue to expand our consciousness individually and collectively, I think it'll just be undeniable when these portals of energy open, and what the frequency is and how we can best utilize it to enjoy ourselves and enjoy each other, and then also like make more magic happen in a more abundant and accelerated way on the planet.
Amazing. I think that is like a beautiful vision.
Amazing. Thank you. Okay, so mine for you is, can you give us an intuitive energy update on 2025 as a collective?
Yes, I'm glad you asked me for an energy update, because while you were speaking, it was actually giving me a lot of downloads, and I was thinking I wish we had scheduled in a segment of this episode for an energy update. So I don't know about 2025, but I think this holiday season, what reminded me of it was you talking about the born again Christians. And I think that Christmas is this time of year. It's one of the holidays that we refer to when we say holiday season. And that is a Christian holiday, and it is about the birth of Jesus Christ, famous historical figure. And that is who this energy update is about. And also, I respect everyone's religious beliefs. Truly, I appreciate the beauty of different religions so much. But this is just kind of my take on this concept, which I think that Jesus Christ, the man, was a very advanced mystic. And I resonate a lot when Aaron Abke shares about him being an Essene master, where the Essenes are kind of like this group of mystics that are like involved in esoteric study together in like a mystery school. So I think that Jesus Christ was a very evolved and spiritually studied and passionate being. And I think that this energy of the Christ consciousness is very, very potent. So Jesus Christ was an example of the embodied Christ consciousness. And in my belief system, he was really a model of what is possible for all of us. And I think that his legacy has been somewhat distorted in some sects of Christianity. And I just think that, as Anneka mentioned, seeing so many more born again Christians, like I feel like this energy update kind of ties into this like almost redemption, reintegration of Christianity. And I say that as someone who was like baptized Catholic and then actually became atheist because I just viewed so many inconsistencies and corruptions, and then came around to my own relationship with God, and now I'm super deeply spiritual. And I think that Christianity as an institution is maybe going to transform as the manifestation of Christ's legacy here into something that honors more his life as a spiritual scholar who was a living example of this Christ consciousness frequency that I think is something that is downloading into all of our systems, like at higher and higher and higher concentrations as the collective ascension continues. And I think it is a beautiful energy, and this time of the year is really a great time to emphasize it. So I think that is the energy update.
I love that. So beautiful. Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I think people have a different relationship with this sort of thing. And I personally think like Jesus and Mary Magdalene were like very high yogis, very high ascended masters. And I often call upon them like out loud to guide me and to give me like discernment, wisdom, help me stay aligned on my path. And I find like so much strength and power can come from that. So if that feels, you know, interesting or aligned to any of you, I definitely invite you to do that, because it is a really beautiful, powerful energy that you can call upon anytime. But I think it's brought to the forefront of our consciousness at this time of year. And it's really beautiful, you know, whether it just be for your own personal path or, you know, in your relationships, as they were like a really sacred divine union. And yeah, it's just beautiful and special. Okay.
I also want to say, if Christ consciousness is like a new concept to you, but you are familiar with Jesus Christ in other contexts and you're open to it, like think of those teachings from the perspective of Jesus being a model of what is possible for you. And what he's saying in his message about how he is God incarnate, and the model he shows of always responding in love and in a very empowered way and so on and so forth, is not something that needs to be pedestalized as something that is outside of ourselves. It's something that is possible for all of us. And I would also say that the King James Version of the Bible, maybe look into the history of that and how that came to be curated, and other versions of the Bible, maybe even more gnostic ancient texts. I'm not endorsing any of these, but I like to explore kind of more esoteric and just less adulterated over time versions of these like sacred spiritual texts, because a lot of times they have been manipulated to support the powers that be, like politically at the time, to be honest. So that's that.
That is that. Erin Abke, great resource. We will do our best to remember to put in the show notes. Surprise, surprise. This wraps up our surprise segment, and we'll see you for the next one.
I'm so happy we decided to do this holiday special. This is so much fun.
Me too, girlie. It's really getting me in the holy days spirit. By the way, I'm obsessed with your sweater.
Thank you so much. I am so happy that all our divine risers have come to join our soiree.
Slay!
You know what, though, can really put a cramp in one's holiday season style?
Tell me.
When we have chronic pain and tension built up from the modern lifestyle, always on our phones and tablets, our spine and shoulders and neck can get so tight.
And sometimes we just get so numb to it and so used to it, we don't even realize what it could feel like if we were to open up and release this tension and enjoy from a deep level of pleasure, embodying ourselves in the present quantum with each other and with ourselves.
That sounds so amazing. That would really help me put my best foot forward to my loved ones this holiday season. I wish there was a tool that I could use to support me in releasing this deep chronic...
Well, girlie, I think we actually might have more than one.
You're so right. Oh my gosh. You know, more people really need to know about these. Do you think we should fill in the divine risers?
You know what? I think it's time that we open this gate. We're not ones to gatekeep. If we love it, we'll tell you, divine risers, because you're like our soul family. So get ready for this breakdown of our favorite myofascial release devices.
Yes, so these are props. First of all, we are not medical professionals. Read the instructions, read the warnings. I will just tell you as a word to the wise. Use each of these for 5 to 10 minutes. Don't exceed 10 minutes. You can hurt yourself. But between 5 to 10 minutes, these are extremely relaxing. You basically, for most of them, just lay on your back on the ground with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor, for all except for this one. So we'll show you this one last. But we'll quickly run through these and show you which part of the back, spine, neck they are for.
And there might be one while we're showing them that you're particularly called to based upon anything that you commonly experience or just an intuitive hunter knowing. So follow that, listen to that. We started with one, and it was this one.
This was the first one we got. So this one is for correcting the neck hump. So this part goes flat on the ground, the base, and then Anneka's head would rest, the back of her head flat on the ground and like right behind it. And then her arms would be at her sides. And this would just allow her shoulders and her neck to relax back over this prop.
And this one's really good for neck hump, any kind of structural imbalance we have going forward from, looking at our phone, our computer, etc. And this next one, I think this was the second one we got, yeah? Mm-hmm. Okay. This one basically, once again, your knees are bent, your feet are flat on the floor, and you want to have this kind of more angled side towards your tailbone, and you want to have this side towards your shoulders, and then your upper back kind of comes down. Your tailbone is a little bit above the bottom of this one. Mm-hmm. And like then that. Your upper shoulders and your upper back are just like resting down towards gravity, letting gravity take you to the ground. And then same with your feet being on the ground, and your tailbone is kind of coming towards the ground via gravity, but it's not hitting the ground. It's about 1 inch above. And arms are by your side as per usual. This one's great for opening up the chest. It's great for honestly opening up, I feel like, the whole front body and like pelvis, chest, all of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this one is really good for all the tension between the shoulder blades. So this kind of supports the base of the skull, and then these 2 dots go into those muscles at the top of the shoulders, base of the neck. So again, Anneka would be laying on her back on top of this with her knees bent, her feet flat on the ground, and she would just put it kind of like this. So her spine is going down here, and then these little release points are going up in between her shoulder blades and neck.
So this one is my personal fave. This will go along your spine. You basically want to lay on the ground, feet flat, knees bent, and then the little arch of the lower back, you want to place your hand right above the tailbone, and then right above your hand is where you place this with your spine in between. So it'll be, if her hand is here, I'll place it right above the thumb, and then it'll lay like this, and then she'll lay the same way as all the other ones. She'll let gravity take her down, arms by her sides, and feet are flat on the floor, knees are bent. This one is very intense for some people. I found it totally ecstatic the first time I tried it. Calista found it to be very, very intense. Started with 3 minutes. So listen to your body as always, or consult a medical professional. But this gets really deep into problem areas along the spine.
That one is good to kind of wiggle back and forth to, like, your spine is in the middle, and you can kind of shift your weight and it will get into those muscles.
Yes.
Okay, this one has 2 different positions. So this can either go with the higher side facing the heels and your tailbone right here and the spine this way. So this is kind of like under the top of your glutes. So it's like your spine, tailbone. This is under the top of your glutes, and then knees bent, feet flat on the floor. And this releases the piriformis muscles that can get really tight, kind of like top of the glute, but very connected to the low back. And then flipping it upright, so you're laying the slanted upward side is facing towards your spine and head, and you're actually going to move this. So if it was down in front of your tailbone and then your sacrum's right here, this is now going to actually go flipped around, and the bottom goes at the top of the sacrum. And this will be right in the either side of the low back. And it's super, super deeply, deeply relaxing. And when I first did it, felt these deep releases of my deep, deep core. Almost felt like movement in my stomach rather than my back, because of how deep in my core and my low back it was. It felt like my low belly. So very deep release there.
Amazing.
And I think that brings us to our special friend that we use not on our back.
Yeah, this is the one you lay on the front. It is for the psoas muscle, which is has expressed that it is the muscle connected to the soul. Sometimes it's correlated like that. So it can be a deep energetic release. You want to put each of these points on either side of the belly button, and then you want to lay over it, the whole front body down, and then your forearms are against the ground, and you're kind of lifting your front body up as if you're in Sphinx pose. And this is pretty profound. I felt, what's really interesting is you want to pay attention to when you do these, where you will notice tension in some entirely seemingly unrelated part of your body. Like Calista has used some of these and like started to feel like tension in her jaw when she's done a really long time on a certain position. For this, it was on my front, but like I had one side of my lower back like seize up overnight. So it just really goes to show how connected everything is. And this is just really helping us to release, create space, allow more divine energy in, increase our sensitivity and our ability to be a conductor of divine energy here. Moving and opening up our whole skeletal system really helps with the physical and conscious ascension.
And it's important to note when she says that, it's not new tension that I'm noticing in my jaw or new tension she's noticing in her lower back. It's even tighter, deeper, more chronic tension that the muscle actually was atrophying and kind of numbed out the nerve endings in that area. So it's like it might not even be your problem zone that bothers you, but it's that tight. And then when you open more up, you start to feel like, oh my gosh, this is so tight because you've opened up blood flow to the area and the nerves are finally waking up and they're like, oh my God, like, geez, this is tight over here. Yeah. So then you can kind of keep working. And I won't go too deep into this concept, but we store memories that we didn't have the emotional capacity or safety to process in our past in body tension, and it can be a big drain on our mental, physical, spiritual energy to be locking that tension in place in our bodies, but it's a defense mechanism to protect us from the pain of processing those emotions. But a lot of times when you're on this healing path, you're doing this work and you can create a safe space for yourself, and now you're an adult, you can release some of these memories to the surface that you didn't have the emotional capacity and safety to deal with at the time, but now won't be as intense depending on what you've been through on your system, and you can just clear up that energy that you have been using and your body has been using to protect you from that pain.
1,000%. So it's like a systematic physical awakening, and all of the layers of existence are correlating with each other. So as you open up and awaken parts of your physical body that have been atrophied for some time, you'll have new awareness, new levels of energy, emotional stored frequencies that are able to release. So just obviously have grace with yourself in the process. And I know we've been talking about a lot like December, winter, it being this time of like release and clarifying, cleansing before we enter into almost a more dormant, restful period. So it's a really good time. So we hope you enjoy. This was just our experience. As we said, follow your intuition, any guidance, professional, flourish on your stretching myofascial release journey.
We do recommend them. You can find these by just searching online, myofascial release massage device with whatever, if one of these particularly resonated with you, like for the neck, for the spine, the low back. So let us know.
That.
Yeah.
Okay. Flourish, we love you. We'll be back. You know, nothing says holiday special quite like matching pajama sets and vanilla mint lip butter balm from Trader Joe's.
Wow.
My grandma always told me it's not the holidays if you're not wearing matching pajama sets on a tantric blue couch, putting on vanilla mint lip butter balm from Trader Joe's. And I have stayed true to that teaching, and I have to say, it is proven effective.
It's a tradition as old as time.
Exactly. And this leads us to our final segment of the holiday special for 2024, which is our high vibe holiday hacks. We all have our own version of what the holiday season looks like. And no matter what, we all hold one thing in common. And that is, it always helps to have something that can raise your vibe in the moment you need it most. And we're here to share our favorite one. So, Calista, would you like to kick us off?
I would love to. So the holidays can be such a beautiful time, but it can also be a little bit stressful. And sometimes if we are around a lot more people or different people than usual, we can sometimes honestly get triggered and react in ways that we don't feel proud of because we feel like they don't reflect our best selves. And it's kind of like that famous Zen quote, I think by Alan Watts, like, if you think you're enlightened, go spend 2 weeks with your family. And the holidays is a time where many of us are having that experience, and it's so beautiful to spend time with and connect with your loved ones, of course, but a lot of times that means we're exposed to patterns from deep, deep, deep in our past that maybe we haven't quite unraveled on our healing journey. So in that way, it can be a bit of a spiritual test. And one hack that I would like to offer you to make sure that you are embodying the highest vibe you can this holiday season is just to take a second for a self check-in. This is where you take a moment when there's so much to do, right? You're like behind on your gift wrapping and you have to be at this event and you need to help make this dish and you need to get ready and you're already late and this person is stressed out about it and the way that they're stressing out about it is kind of stressing you out. That is when you just can go to the bathroom and close the door and just soak in that moment of being in a room by yourself, in the quiet, in your own energy field, and just check in with yourself, with your body. Take a deep breath, see where your breath is at, and kind of work with yourself of like, how am I feeling right now? How can I be a little gentler and more graceful on myself in this moment so I can fill my own cup and continue to overflow with that abundance of self-love and self-care to really be a source of that for others this holiday season. Like we would really see in our highest visions of ourselves. It's just not getting so caught up in the old cycles and the old patterns and just taking a second to be there for yourself and support yourself.
I love that so much. It makes me so nostalgic because I feel like I was always that type of person who like at a party, there's like the realest moment of the night is going to be like me going to have a moment with myself in that empty room or the bathroom. And it's like so like beautiful. You're like, exhale. And it's like deeply pleasurable and relieving. And I think that is so often the way we can offer our best energy to others is not to be around them 24/7 necessarily, but to like take the time that you need, give that to yourself, be an example of somebody who gives that to yourself and then show up in that full integrated energy. So I thought that was so good and so unexpected and creative, Calista. And that made me literally want to say like 5 of them, but I will restrain myself. I am going to cheat and say 2 though, so if you want to finish with one, you're welcome to. One of them is, actually, I guess these can kind of tie together, but high vibe holiday hack is picking a few subliminals to use whenever you need the most. I like to use them all the time. One of our favorite subliminals, if you haven't tuned into our previous episodes, are affirmations that are happening below the auditory level. And they can actually work very, very quickly to change your state, I've noticed personally, especially ones that use like high vibrational frequencies and some sort of relaxing sound in alignment with them. And High Frequency Guru on YouTube has a ton of holiday themed ones, like manifest miracles during Christmas, manifest everything you desire before the new year. All of these ones I think are really great, and they can be really long, so you can just like play it on your phone on like volume 1 and like nobody knows it's playing, and it's not only positively impacting you but like maybe your whole family, whole party, etc. And then the other one that is just like a little bit more nostalgic vibes like yours was giving me is getting ready, like having fun getting ready. Shout out, I think I mentioned this on a previous episode, but one of my very good friends and soul sisters, Jen, always says like when she has some sort of big thing to tackle during the day, she'll get like really ready so she feels really good and it'll shift her whole frequency. I think one of my favorite things when I was younger was the getting ready for something and like playing good music, like vibing out, enjoying yourself. Maybe if you're getting ready with one other person, but like I definitely went through a phase where like I wouldn't even get ready for family events for the holidays because I was like, why does it matter? I'm just gonna like wear sweats, be comfy, blah, blah, blah. But like it's so fun to like get ready, to get done up, to listen to some holiday music, or even play your subliminals while you're getting ready and like make it enjoyable, because the state that you're preparing for something is also going to be affecting the energy of the actual experience itself. And that can also lend itself into like, if you're going to be with your family for 5 days and you like really need some alone time, getting up early and like doing all your own thing and your own morning routine and everything that you enjoy, and having this like really filling your own cup. And then by the time you're communing with everyone else, you're coming from this like really full, juicy space.
I love that. I definitely think like this is a great time of the year for sparkles, red lip, winter whites, something furry, fuzzy, long red dress, so on and so forth.
What about for the men? What's good for the men?
Red tie.
There we go.
Pocket square.
Yes.
Santa Claus outfit. Santa hat. Candy cane suit.
Candy cane suit. I think she hit the nail on the head with the last one. So send us your photos.
I also want to say, we have been talking, and shout out Kelly Brogan, who really highlighted this theme, and I can't and won't get into right now how amazing I think Kelly Brogan is for so many other reasons as well. But when it comes to our capacity to really embody these new earth frequencies, we can do so many practices on the conscious level, working with our thoughts and our emotions, and that's amazing. But one thing that is a limiting factor, unless you are aware and cultivating it, is your nervous system's capacity. So your nervous system's resilience, regulation is something that will override your conscious intention, your thoughts. It directs your emotions, and it actually influences your perception of reality. So your first sign in your consciousness of what's going on out there is filtered through your nervous system and the state that it's in. And there's a few ways to really target that and really increase your nervous system's capacity, coherence, regulation. And this is the essence of what it takes to correct these dysfunctional patterns that are created as trauma responses.
It's like the one-stop shop. If you want to get to the base layer, it's the nervous system.
Everything that, all the mental and emotional work that you would do that would actually help would be because it was making your nervous system feel more safe. And that in turn is what expands your capacity for mental and emotional healing. So just like anything, it's like an infinity feedback loop. Or I think there's actually the word dialectic, I think, is similar to like infinity feedback loop, where it's this like two or more way evolving conversation. But there's a few ways that can really do this work, and one of them is breathwork. So Breathe with Sandy on YouTube, he's so amazing. He makes breathwork so accessible. He has so many videos of all different lengths. We've talked about him before.
And you can even get your relatives to do these with you. My dad did Breathe with Sandy with me over Thanksgiving and loved it.
Mm-hmm. So that is another holiday hack, because like what I was talking about, the self-check-in and these patterns coming up, like you can also just take the opportunity to clear those out with breath work. And so she was talking about the hack of subliminals. We also sell specially designed subliminals to target and heal your core wound, your core negative belief. We did a whole episode on this called How to Identify and Heal Your Core Negative Belief. And this is where we explain that a lot of your negative thoughts and beliefs can branch out from one core and there's 11 common ones, and we designed a subliminal for each of them. So you can see which one resonates with you, and then for just $4.44 on our website, you can purchase a track specifically designed to correct and heal that belief that you can sleep to overnight. And then, yeah, you're really targeting these things from every angle of just checking in with yourself, having that awareness in your consciousness and your conscious thoughts. And then you're also reprogramming your subconscious thoughts overnight with the subliminal. And then when it comes to the somatic, body-based nervous system healing work, that is the breath work. And then when it comes to, you know, your external outward appearance, you have getting ready.
Mm-hmm. All these amazing things. And the correction of a negative core belief is so powerful because it, from the very core, the inside out, will change how you show up. And that then changes relational family dynamics. And essentially, you can heal others just by shifting your own frequency and your own orientation to everything. So it really is a beautiful time when we're like kind of all in this energy of gathering, you know what I mean? Like around the hearth during this time of year. It's such a positive time. And we did, you know, make this so affordable so that like absolutely anybody could start to heal their core negative belief without putting very much effort in at all. Essentially, you just download the track and, you know, you can put it in your iTunes and then put it on repeat overnight, or however you like to do it. If you need any assistance, like setting yourself up, you can always DM us on Instagram. But subliminals are really beautiful, really easy, and they're very powerful. So I'm so glad that you did bring that up.
Yes, and that is a great holiday gift as well. If you especially have someone long distance, that it's like a little digital gift, give them the gift of healing their deepest subconscious wounds. What could be better than that? Honestly, it's priceless.
100%. And even if it doesn't sound like all fun, it's like not only is it's healing the negative core belief by programming the opposing positive belief. And when you have a steady, flourishing self-concept, you can manifest anything that you truly want for yourself. And like your soul's greatest ambitions are able to be realized once those blocks are dissolved and you're embodying the positive frequency of what that thing is that might have been holding you back for so long. So it is fun, and it does lead to a lot of magic. And so that is that. Those are your high vibe holiday hacks. If you have any, please share them with us. I also do want to shout out, we are now on TikTok and we're sharing a lot of fun stuff. So if you need like just like a quick dose of Divine Rising New Earth during the holiday season, any other time of the year, follow us at Divine Rising New Earth on TikTok, and feel free to message us. Share this episode with somebody you love if you think it'll resonate with them. If you do that, or leave us a review and send us a screenshot, I will mail you a sticker. We have very cute stickers.
Please subscribe, share to your Instagram story, share with at least one person if you think they would like us. Leave us a like, leave us a comment. That is the best way you can support us and our message and our show, and we really, really, really appreciate it. A little bit goes a long way, and that is a Christmas gift you can give to us totally free. Is a like, a comment, a share, a subscribe, and we will be so grateful, and we already are, to you for tuning in and staying all the way to the end. Before we say goodbye and wish you a blessed, miraculous, holy days season, we want to offer a prayer for all of New Earth. And if you are not driving or operating heavy machinery or anything like that, we invite you to close your eyes, tune inside to the divine spark within your heart, and join your little candle flame to our little light grid network as we pray.
Inhale deeply through the nose. And exhale, ground into the earth below. And inhale, just connecting your frequency to the frequency of all those listening to this podcast, all here on this planet, to help to raise the frequency, set a very positive grid for the positive momentum of this planet and all places, all beings everywhere, to rise in alignment with the highest good of all beings and divine will, from love, for love, to love. May all beings know peace. May all beings live in a state of love, consistently able to continually heal, release, vibrate higher, raise their consciousness, raise their awareness, increase compassion, purify themselves, purify their environments, love their brothers, their sisters, their neighbors, all beings, all of life itself. May we all see through the eyes of the divine, see the great gift that we are living in, and see the great divine power we have to create goodness, to create beauty, to uplift ourselves and each other in every and all moments. May we embrace that creative power. May we embody the highest truth available in every moment. May we love ourselves, may we love the divine, and may we open our channel to allow the highest frequencies to move through us, to bless ourselves, to bless each other.
Dear God, thank you so much for all our blessings. Thank you so much for this beautiful opportunity and mission in this incarnation on earth. And thank you for the privilege of experiencing and anchoring in these new earth frequencies. Please, this holiday season and always, may you and all your angels uplift the hopeless, protect the vulnerable, comfort the suffering, purify the corrupted, strengthen the righteous. Amen.
Ashe, San, so it is. Sanam Waheguru.
And so it is.
We love you so much. Flourish. And we'll catch you on the next one.